Oh, cool. It automatically paused my music. I realized I've been neglecting to post videos on this Fox body that I've been building or putting back together. Yeah, it's come a long way since the last time I did a video on it. Doesn't look like it, but all four corners have almost all four corners. I got to do this one still. I got to put a spring and a strut in this side. We got an engine in it. Rebuilt 302. It's fully wired up. It does crank. I don't know if it cranks by the key, but I just haven't done that here. I got to put the distributor in it. We got a front clip on it. That's a new truck for this neighborhood. I have 2002 V6 front spindles, lower control arms, and brakes. They're larger than the stock ones this car came with. I also have a 99 Mach 1 steering rack in it. Still has the 95 GT rear end with 327s. Been putting the interior together too. Clusters in. I gotta put that little surround around the steering column. Pedals are in. Tranny's in. I got to put the drive shaft in it. Back rear seats are in it. I gotta put the passenger driver's seat in there. Center console. Obviously manual doors. Right now, I just kind of threw the exhaust over the axle before I actually attached the axle. Little shit. I was building this car to keep it and turn it into a daily, but I was offered, as most of y'all know, I have a 240, and that's where my roots are. That's what I know best. And so, basically, I got offered a 97 Kooky with an SR in it, power steering, AC, the whole nine, like full suspension, everything done on it, except for the fact that it's 4-lug, and trade for this thing once I put it all together. The owner of the Kooky is extremely cool. He thinks it's amazing what I'm doing with this car and putting it together. Hunter, what are you doing? My yard is a mess, but this car came into the carport. That car was a Mustang, but it kind of exploded to actually help rebuild this one. I took all the springs out of this car. The engine that was in this, the engine and tranny that was in this was actually a 5.0 car. Went into my old gray hatchback. Should have recorded that because I went up 4-cylinder, 8-cylinder swap in that car. And way easier than people say it is. I think it is. I've seen people that are like, oh, you got to change the K member, or, change the hard lines and everything like that. I didn't do any of that. I unbolted the 4-cylinder mounts from the subframe, turned it into a V8 subframe. And since the fuel line size, which on the V8 come out there, and on the 4-cylinder come out over here, since the fuel line size is the same, what we did is we got some E85 rated fuel line. It's very high pressure, and to basically put it over the little fitting. I don't know let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, it's not going to let me. Either way, same thing on the 4-cylinder lines. We shoved it up and over that, hose clamped it, and on the factory little soft line that would connect there to the fuel rail, there's a barb fitting. So I shoved it up on that, hose clamped it, and that car runs great. Like, I'll have to get a video of it, but for those wondering why we dismantled this car, it buckled right here, but that's not even the bad. Oh yeah, the windshield came out of the car during its almost rolling over. But a lot of parts came out of this car to go into that one. And I've been selling a lot of parts, at least trying to. But that's the rear end and wheels from it that guy's supposed to come pick up. This thing, it's been a hell of a pain in my ass, but still daily driving it. Blew the trans out a couple weeks back. Blew third gear off because apparently 300 horse and hooking, they did not like that. But put a new KA tranny in it, put a new clutch in it, been driving it, and then picked up this thing. I have a severe problem. Actually I had my Kooky was sitting right here. That's the rear bumper from it. I ended up sending that off to storage. Just get it out of here. But I picked up this. It's a 2001 Silverado 1500, obviously. Interior is pretty nice. Like the driver's seat, I'm gonna replace both seats because none center console truck. Wow, the video quality. There you go. But I picked this thing up for a really good deal. Problem with it is, well, firstly, it's a V6. Secondly, there's a 4-way welded to the crank pulley. So they did that because the motor had locked up via some gasket material they had made, but there's no transmission in it either. So I picked up a oh, actually, here's the SR tranny. I gotta throw this in the scrap pile. That's third gear. I gotta throw that in the scrap pile though. But I picked up this 99.53. Pretty low mileage. Very clean. I think it's got 105,000 on it. And a 4L60E that's up there. So this is gonna be the next thing to get 6 to 8 swapped. And then this will be a daily driver once it's said and done. I also got these from work. Kinda, I don't know. Kinda fuck with them. They look very 90s on the 240. And I got shit all over my yard right now. But we're gonna be turning around, throwing that white Mustang, what's left of that shell on this trailer, taking it down to the junkyard. Hunter, what are you doing? Come. Sit. Hey. Sit. Good boy. High five. Good boys. But for those that do follow, y'all gotta keep on me about recording. Because we do a lot of shit that should be recorded. Just because. But I always forget to record. Or I get into it and it's like, well, fuck it, now it's too late. Case in point. And I know I repetitively say that. I don't know why, I just do. So, but see, I did it again. But either way, if y'all want more, just straight up tell me. Because I need, yeah.